How can you explain your grandmother to use a digital wallet with cryptocurrencies? Does it seem easy? Well, it is easy if you know the correct communication method. Welcome to the Tech Docs channel where we turn complex technical concepts into accessible and user-friendly content. Let's learn a bit about technical communication. Of course, it is a vast area, so this video will provide only basic explanations with a very compact overview of each topic. My next video will discuss each topic a little more in depth, and more comprehensive topics will be discussed later as a series. In this video, you will get to know about the definitions of communication, types of communication, levels of communication, and few illustrations to understand about the general communication and technical communication. Every living being on earth communicates with each other in some form of language, so it is a universal concept for sustaining the interactions and bonds in the communities. You can see communication can be between an animal and a human, or within two people, a very informal one, or a professional one, or it can be among a group of people, or even it can be a digitalized form of communication. In simple forms, communication can be introduced as a method of transferring ideas to one another. It is a huge area of study as well. As famous speaker Tony Robbins says, to effectively communicate, we must realize that we are all different in the way we perceive the world and use this understanding as a guide to our communication with others. Let's talk about types of communication. The types are usually categorized based on purpose, audience, and context. Let's take the technical communication. It is to document or convey scientific, engineering, or other factual technical information to a specific audience under specific context. Those can be need a proper structure, methodical, and should use best suitable language styles. On the other hand, general communication is to document or convey informal day-to-day details within one another. These are usually free from communication procedures. This general communication flows freely, spontaneous, and can have many language styles and modes. Experts have identified several levels of communication as of extrapersonal communication, intrapersonal communication, interpersonal communication, organizational communication, and mass communication. Extrapersonal communication happens between humans and non-human beings like animals. Intrapersonal communication happens within ourselves, like when self-reflecting. Interpersonal is when communication happens among people. This can be formal or informal. Organizational communication occurs within different hierarchical levels in an organization. This can be internal operations, external operations, and personal level communication. Mass communication is meant for large audiences and requires a medium to transmit information. This will be transmitted through mass media such as journals, books, television, newspapers, and social media. One friend would say, let's plan a birthday party for Bella. She likes lavenders. We can add some lavenderish ideas. And the other friend says, wow, I love lavenders. I can find some fresh lavenders too for the decorations. Really? Then make the cakes also lavenders decorated. So, can this be a technical communication? See how informal and free-flowing their conversation glides? This is a fine example of a general communication. On the other hand, two colleagues are discussing. One says, I was wondering how to set up my home solar system. My chef instincts are not supporting. Look for the step-by-step guide, like turn on the system, power on the blue switch, set the indicator, and so on. You can find the tech terms explained as well. Aha, that's the way with the user manual, right? Since this conversation contains technical facts and a chain of activities that follow with some technical jargon, this can be categorized as technical communication. Now let's learn how to differentiate technical communication and general communication. In here, you can identify aspects such as content, audience, context, purpose, style, vocabulary, approach, organization, and goals. Technical communication can include content such as factual, strategic, and organized, while general communication can include emotional, humorous, imaginative, and symbolic content. In audience, technical communication audience should be targeted, specific, and filtered. In general, there is no filters and it is general. For technical communication, context should be professional, including corporations, businesses, and formal settings. For general communication, context is informal and casual interactions with variety of settings. In purpose-wise, technical communication purpose should be to inform, instruct, and persuade, while general communication purpose can be emotional bonding, entertain, preach, or gossip. Style for technical communication can be formal, precise, and follow standard and structured format, while for general communication, style should be informal, artistic with jargons, and no specific format. Vocabulary for technical communication should be clear language and specific words, while general communication can have vocabulary with free-flowing with jargons and layers of meanings. Technical communication contains objective, impersonal, and logical approach, while general communication contains subjective, personal, and involved approach. Goals for technical communication can be solution-based and action-oriented, while for general communication, goals can be expression-based, just to communicate casually without any end goal or achieving. So, hope this little explanation helped to have a further idea about what is communication and how to differentiate between the two types of communications. Let's learn more about technical communication in our next video. Stay tuned and hit the subscribe and bell buttons to watch it without searching. Thanks for watching.